Yeah, but we're showing here Sylvan's battles. He did a 12-0 victory, and he's explaining what he did exactly in those battles here in the live stream. And that's an awesome chance to get to know how to play those different decks. How does it feel to be a tourney, a King's Cup winner?
It feels pretty good. Alright, I'm in.
Okay, I'm at 2 minutes 56 now.
I'm at 250 now.
Okay, me too.
So I did not really have like a very good starting hand, so I just started out with like a miner and fire spirits.
Okay.
And it got about 530 damage, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage for just dropping the miner.
And fire spirits.
Yeah, it never works when I try. But how important is it to drop the fire spirits with the miner?
Well, knowing as the fire spirits, one fire spirit does like the damage of one fireball. Or no, two do that. So it's like really cheap fireball.
Okay, now you're in trouble with those 2 musketeers there. And the miner.
Avalon, I'm the bottom one. Or no, for you it's the top one.
For me it's on top, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Man, I get confused. I always think you're on the bottom.
For myself, I'm on the bottom.
Okay. So now, why did you decide to pump now?
Because I was at full elixir and there wasn't anything I could really play otherwise. And when you sent in the balloon with the witch, I really did not know what to do. So I put down the fire spirits and they got killed by the witch. And then I just put the minion horde and zapped the witch. And I was like behind in damage on the left tower. Or right for you. And then I just sent in the miner to help the minion horde, and then they get like a lot of damage into. And then I just mirrored the miner because then it gets level 2 minus and the fire spirits after. So
okay,
so you just have the fire spirits.
So you always play the miner with the fire spirits. That's what you do.
Oh, if I have the chance to. And I dropped tonight to like distract the minions, but it didn't really work out. And then just send the miner in to just chip away the tower.
And that was doing a lot of chip damage. And you mirrored the miner.
Yes.
So would you say in this deck with the miner, you usually mirror the miner?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So will you always mirror the cheapest card, or what's the strategy behind that?
Well, if you can just send 2 miners really quick after each other, so you just get 100% damage on the tower. So you just keep chipping away at the tower, and then at like the last moments of the battle, I would just really overwhelming it with like minions, mirrored minions, and fire spheres and all. And that almost took down the tower, and then you just put the 3 musketeers in the middle of the base, and then it's over.
Yeah, they take down the dragon really fast.
And things like splash damage, you could just send in the miner for it to like tank it up.
And yeah, the musketeers go for the baby dragon. And his tower is almost done. I think you can zap it.
I can zap it, but I didn't see that. There I zapped like his minions and then sent in fire spirits. I just put, I think, yeah, there's the muskets in the base and they just need to shoot once and the tower's down.
Okay, that was an impressive victory. So this is battle number 2. Bola, hey! Welcome!
So I have a Golem one in this battle, and against the one that you're not that good with.
Yeah, exactly. So when is the moment that you actually recognize the deck?
Well, he just played the lightning, and the only deck that has lightning is that one. So at this point, I knew what his deck was.
Okay. And how did that change your strategy?
In the beginning, not really, because I don't know what cards he has at the moment. So he just plays something, then just take out the HUD, then with fireball because it's just gonna keep chipping away at the tower. And then here he sends in the lumberjack, and the dark prince just pushes it away with the log, and then put the minion horde on top of it.
So, okay, how do you defend lumberjack and minion horde? Is there a strategy to that, or was it just random that you had those troops?
Yeah. But if he plays a lumberjack with the minions, you can just put the minion horde and like log it or something, because that will most likely do good. And when he sent in the skeleton army with the minions, I was like in kind of a little bit of trouble because didn't really have anything to take it out quickly.
Okay.
But it turned out good.
Andrew, hey, welcome. Yeah, if you just joined this live stream here, we're watching battles from Sylvan. He did a 12-0 victory in the King's Cup. And he's explaining to us what he was thinking and what you need to consider for each of those decks.
And you just saw that he lightning my golem and my pump, and I just put the golem down because we were almost in overtime.
So, where do you usually put the golem? Is it better to put it back behind the tower, or do you put it up front?
Because I have the pump in the middle, I put it like on the left side, so he couldn't lightning it, but he still lightning it.
Okay. And there's another lumberjack. And there he gets at your tower as well. And that's what always happens to me.
And there I just put the golem inside of his thing with like a minion horde, so it really gets difficult, but he just put a goblin hut and a few minions and it took it out. I really hope for something more than that.
Okay. So how many different decks are in King's Cup? Could you figure out how many it is?
I think they're like 4 or 6 or something like that.
Okay.
But they are like, I think there are like 6 cards you have like 100% of getting when you get a certain deck. And then you get like 2 random cards too. And in this battle you see me try to just put the golem like inside of his base, but it doesn't really work out. But I keep trying for like a good bit. And like later in the battle, just put the golem like behind my king's tower, so I would have like time to build up a really big push.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. I always drop him behind the tower, and then I get rushed by the lumberjack, like you just did.
Yeah. But I don't think his lightning was very good, because the golem it's like 15% of his health. And I now have almost full HP golem, minion horde, musketeer, and fire spears. I can put a log behind it, and he's in a lot of trouble.
And usually when you can do that, when you can play the golem and the minion and the musketeer, that's usually a tower. That's a really strong push.
Yeah.
Okay, that
because
yeah.
Alright, that was it. And the next battle was just someone who left the game, so it's not really worth watching because it was just me putting down some troops and nothing really happening.
Okay. This is battle number 3. And Sylvan on top, fighting against J1018 on the bottom. Sylvan with a balloon deck. Sorry?
I'm at the bottom for myself.
Yeah, for me now.
I think I had like quite a lot of trouble with this battle.
Yeah, I'm always in trouble with that balloon deck. I don't know. The only thing to attack is the balloon, and I tried to.
If someone has like a good thing to stop it, you're like, it's like, yeah, you can't do anything.
It works well if the other one doesn't have any air troops, but if he has air troops, air defensive troops, you're in trouble.
The Expo deck is pretty good, or pretty bad against the balloon. Because it only has like a princess and fire spears or something, and that's it.
Yeah, and there he already took some damage.
Tower, as you said, that he put the miner down. This 3 fire spirits are like the same as a rocket. And I just put the balloon and the minions because that's like a pretty good combo, and then just get one hit on the tower for like 800 damage.
Yeah, that was pretty much damage there. Nice
Balloon hit for like a truck.
And yeah, now you're in trouble though with that baby dragon.
I tried to counter it with archers, and it, like, the baby dragon targets onto my archers. And they die. Feels bad.
Instantly. And he's got
here,
two pumps.
Here he started to like mirror his pump, so I just zap it because that's an even elixir trade.
But is it only even when it's 2 elixir pumps?
I think a zap makes it like that one elixir doesn't go like through.
Okay, there's your next balloon. This time the rage works.
The balloon hit the tower, then went on to the elixir pump and destroyed that one too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it was like it was a positive elixir trade. And here I got in a little bit of trouble. I thought I was gonna like lose a tower, but it played out very good. I think I had a lot of luck here.
Yeah, now you gotta defend the 6 musketeers and you don't have a fireball.
Yeah, I put the baby dragon, minions, and fire spirits, and 5 musketeers are gone.
That's crazy.
Because like the fire spirits just probably hit like all of the musketeers when the musketeers were targeted on the baby dragon. And then he says like good game, and then I say good game too. And it's over.
That's it. That was victory number 3. Very impressive.
This was actually after the stream yesterday.
Okay.
And I played like, and the ones that you're gonna see now are like from this morning.
Okay, this is battle number 4.
I have the Hawk Bowler deck.
The Hawk Bowler. I've lost a lot against Hawk Bowler.
Well, it's normally just a Hawk Freeze Poison deck, but like, as I said before, like you get 2 random cards, and it was like the Bowler and the Knight, I think. And he has a balloon deck.
Okay.
And with the baby dragon witch push he did every time, I had like trouble. And I played my only air units I had left, and yeah, that was a balloon.
And how did you know he's got the balloon deck so early?
He played the baby dragon, archers, and the witch.
Those are only in the balloon deck.
Well, the baby dragon and archers are in the Golem one too, but the witch isn't, I think. And did you see me play the Hawkeye like on the river?
Yeah.
That's just to like, so the minions go like towards the Hawk, and then he just jumps over the river so he doesn't get any damage. But they distract the minions for a little bit so they are not like targeted on the tower.
Okay.
So it prevents a little bit of damage.
Okay, nice advice. Everyone listen to Sylvan. Take those advices.
But I have like the worst deck to play versus the balloon because I have Ice Wizard and Spear Goblins against the balloon.
Yeah, it's kind of, you really have to know what deck you face there very early in those kind of battles, and then you have troops you need for defense and troops you can use for attack, and they're pretty much predefined. Like here, this bowler deck, it's basically, as I understand it, it's the Hawk Rider freeze and poison for attack, and all the rest is for defense.
Yeah, and he pushed with the balloon. I had to freeze the balloon and the baby dragon because it's really hard to defend the balloon. And I put the knight to distract the baby dragon, but it doesn't really work. And then those minions got a few shots off again, so I was like in trouble because both of my towers were like close to 700, and the second tower was full health.
Yeah, that's happens to me a lot actually, that I distribute the damage on both towers and then have down more damage in some, but still lose the battle.
Yeah.
mean, that's the risk of pushing in both lanes.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And he
good
got my
game.
tower. He got both of my towers pretty low, but he didn't take him up. So.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, from the total damage done, I think he did more damage, but you
No,
still
it
won.
was too low. So I took 2 of his whole towers down, and he
Oh yeah, at the
almost
end.
took mine
You
down.
got both of them, yeah. Okay, let's go into number 5. Yeah, this time it's you against the Hawk Freeze. The
Yes.
one you just played before. So we see the counter to your playing before.
Yeah. You should watch this one because you know it has a lumberjack in it.
Okay. So explain what you're thinking while you play.
With this they actually get you get or the what's it called? The Goblin Hut or the Furnace. And he Hawk freeze or he froze my troops when his hog was at the tower. So I had to put like another defense, but because he froze that, and he had to defend the Dark Prince, I put the skeleton army on the other side because I knew he was low in elixir and took the tower down.
With the skeleton army, that's impressive.
Yes.
That's impressive.
That's why you really shouldn't freeze when the game is just begin, because then you're like 4 elixir down vs like tower damage, but that's it. Because it's not really worth it. Only if you know like someone else is low on elixir, then you should freeze.
And now he poisons your furnace. I noticed that you placed the furnace on the right side of the tower. What's the reasoning behind that? Because usually I play it up front, in front of the King Tower.
Well, you do that because it tanks for, or it like distracts, but I don't really know why I put it in the back there. Just really like to have a furnace in the back because, you know, not really a reason behind that.
Okay. Because I put it up front because I like it doing chip damage. I place it a little bit to the left and then it chips down the left tower slowly. That's why I do it.
And if you put the Lumberjack and the Dark Prince in front, it's a pretty strong combo too, because like the Dark Prince has more health and then you could tank for the Lumberjack. And then when the Lumberjack gets to the tower, you could like take it down. And there you see I put the furnace in like the middle for the hog. And then 4 fire spirits go with it, with the lumberjack. So the lumberjack could just take it out and then hit the tower. And I'm pretty sure this was like almost a 3 crown. It was like 900 damage left on the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he just puts a hog to tank for stuff. And then I thought it was really close.
It was almost a 3 crown. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was really close, this one.
Close. Yeah.
That's a 3 musket against the lumberjack.
Yeah, genau, exactly. This time he's got the lumberjack deck, and you got the 3 musketeers. I always struggle with the 3 musketeers because they are so expensive. Is there any advice how to play that?
Well, you play them in like you play them like in the middle, so they like split up. And I most of the time just play them like with each other. And if you defend like a big push with the 3 musket, as you just saw, like the lumberjack and the dark prince. So you defend like a big push with 3 musketeers, so he doesn't have a lot of elixir, and you have like 3 muskets on the table, or whatever you would call it. And then you just like send in the miner to tank for the 3 musketeers, and then they just rip the tower apart.
Yeah, that worked pretty well here.
Because he was pretty low in elixir, and I still have like 2 musketeers, and he has 1 elixir more than me, and I am like a tower head. And when he sent in the skeleton army, he almost took my tower, because I didn't have this ready.
Yeah, that was a close one there. Almost got your tower.
And I think he's gonna lightning it, I think. And I put the knight in the middle here to try and distract the Mega Minion, but it doesn't work.
That didn't
So
work.
I just have to put an Ice Spirit to distract it.
Maybe a little bit too early. So
I don't know.
it already started walking. And there's the next prince, and you kill it with the Mega Minion.
And then I just zapped the skeleton army, and oh yeah, the prince took it out.
Yeah. And now the
that was like a
miner.
really I tried to do like a super fast miner after each other, like on the bottom and the top of the tower, but I didn't have enough elixir at the time. I wanted to do that. I mirror the miner sometimes too, because that's also pretty strong. And here just 3 muskets with the ice spirit, so if you put something down, you just like, here just zap. And the Mega Minion gets distracted. And here he saw me mirror the miner, and he sent in the lumberjack with the archers, and the miners did about 400 damage with a minion horde on top of them. And then you saw that he put like the spear goblins on the right and the skeleton army on the left, so he like hoped for me to zap the spear goblins inside of this army.
Okay.
And at this point, I just knew I had to just keep on mirroring miners, or just do that one time and then it would be over. And he lightnings after.
And he's lightning a little bit too late there.
Yeah. I had a lot of trouble with this one. I had a lot of trouble with this one. I know. Because he has an expo, and I don't really have anything to take the expo out really good against.
Oh yeah, you have the balloon deck.
Yeah, but I have the balloon to take the expo out. But he has an ice spirit and a princess, so it's pretty difficult to do that actually.
Yeah.
Like he played it really good. Yeah, I put the witch down, but then it was like too late. So the witch died.
He's got guards to protect the expo.
And at this point, the expo was locked onto the tower, and it takes the expo 2 shots to take out the expo. So he already did 700 damage to my tower and gets 2 shots from the princess. So I'm 1,000 damage behind right now. And then my archers get like a little bit of chip, and he has more elixir than me right now.
Yeah, and he's got the expo ready again.
Yeah, but he can just counter this really easy with a bowler. And because he put the bowler so close to his own tower, the other fire spirit splashed onto the bowler and the tower. And here he's gonna expo up again, so and he just... Yeah, and he has the fire spirit again, so my balloon gets frozen for 1.5 seconds. And that zap I did was like wasted. And here I free rage, but it was too late.
A lot of damage down there to your left tower.
Yeah. Oh wait, hey, I'm on the bottom for you too now. Wow.
Yes, you are. Yeah, it's always switching. I don't actually know the rule why it switches, but yeah, that's how it is. J Clash Royale, ChiefAvalon, can you say locust? Why should I do that? LSR2, hey.
And now we're gonna go into double elixir time. And I just put the balloon with the fire spirits.
Yeah. Yeah, and here you can see the problem with the Expo deck is it doesn't have anything against balloon but the princess.
And the ice spirit, but ice spirit doesn't do a lot of damage.
So once you can attack, you can win it, but it's very difficult to defend.
What I should have done all the time was putting the valve in front of the Expo, because it actually has a lot of health. That's what I figured out later.
And what I also just noticed, actually the balloon, when it drops the bomb, it also took out all the guards that surrounded the Expo with that bomb. That's also something to notice here.
And here I was like really gonna protect the tower from that mini pack because it still had like 300 health. And he just went in rushing with and he just fireballed, so I was like, I was just gonna give it up. But then he and he even fireballed when the tower was down.
Yeah, that was a waste of fireball.
Yeah,
he panicked.
He didn't hit anything with that.
He panicked. I would panic too.
You would panic when you're still winning Avalon.
Yeah. Maybe.
No.
Okay.
So he puts the expo down because otherwise my balloon would have gone to his tower. And when someone plays an expo in this one, I'm not like, oh you son of a oh. But I'm like, alright. Let's just beat this guy. Alright, no veto, it's not Sylvan, it's someone else.
That's what I always tried, actually, to drop the witch behind the balloon, and that never worked.
And here, the balloon got one shot off the tower, and a fire spirit dropped on the tower too. And here I put the valve down because now I realize how strong it was. And the mini P.E.K.K.A. almost took out the Valkyrie and like the minions and stuff, but the Expo didn't lock onto the tower. And here I ballooned like right in the thing, but he fireballed right on time.
Ah, yeah, that was a
The
close one.
archers got about 600 damage in. So I knew I just had to keep on doing that because it was slowly chipping his tower.
So, but it looks like with the balloon deck, you really have to wait until overtime because it's stronger in overtime.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And now you take out the Expo with the Valkyrie.
And he puts in the guards to kill the Valkyrie. I'm like, dude, how are you gonna?
That didn't work.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna kill the Valkyrie with the guards.
Yeah. But actually the Valkyrie killed the Expo and the guards, and it's another victory.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing battles. Now you play the Expo, and that's interesting because you just beat the Expo and now you gotta play against the Expo.
Yes. Brian, he is not in his, what's it called, ChiefAvalon channel. We're in the private call with just me and Avalon, so nobody else can join.
That's what it is.
And here he lightning the Expo.
Yeah, and you use the Expo for defense. Why are you doing that?
Because I wanted to take out the hut.
Okay.
And here was really sad because he just put the Mega Minion down. And I turned this Mega Minion.
Yeah, that always happens to me. The mini P.E.K.K.A. never gets to the tower.
With the Dark Prince here, I had a lot of luck with the guards because the Dark Prince did not flash one guard and with his strikes. You had to hit another time. So he did not get to the tower.
And he's got the Lumberjack deck.
And here I was like, oh yeah, bowler. And then all the skeletons are gone. And
yeah, that was lucky that you had the bowler ready there.
And at this point I was like, alright, I countered something of his with like really cheap and I still have a troop remaining, so he's not that full of elixir.
Yeah.
So I just put down the Expo, and here I killed the Mega Minion. And my princess killed the Spear Goblins. And almost died. I had like 1% health left, and the Expo just started to chip away the tower.
That damage here by the Expo, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane. It takes out the tower by itself.
Yep. And at this point I was like, alright, I got this. I just need to defend now. Because I had 60 seconds left to get this tower down. And I just kept putting cards in the back. And here I put like a defensive Expo, but out of the range of the lightning range. And he was like really trying to get the Expo down. But it's really like easy to defend it on if it's on your side.
So we can see here that the Expo is pretty strong for defense actually.
Yes. Because people really want to take it down because it's like really annoying.
Yeah, it has a lot of reach.
Yes. And I put a second Expo down just in case, you know, maybe it needs it. And
now you're really destroying him now in this battle here.
Yeah, but he's lightning the Expos so they're down. I was like, ha ha ha. And I almost striked all the skeletons again with the bowler, but almost left.
Okay, that was crazy. Let's just go to the next one. That would be number 10. Very
Yep.
cool.
He I think, had like some trouble with this one too, because it was against an Expo with a Golem.
Now
But
he's got
since
the Expo.
Yeah, he's got the Expo. I have the Golem deck. I didn't really have like a good starting hand, so I just put the Musketeer in the back and waited. And then I put the Ice Spirit because at the right time, because at this, like, the Ice Spirit splashed the tower in the bowler to freeze it, but it didn't really have anything good.
And there is basically got the same thing that you just had with the bowler and Expo and Princess.
And here, there was the perfect fireball though.
Yeah, but you have the fireball.
Yeah, that was, if I didn't have the fireball at that point, like the Expo was half alive, and there was a bowler half alive and a princess.
Yeah, that would have done a lot of damage.
Yes, it would have probably taken the tower down.
MLG, hey, welcome to the stream.
But I knew I just had to keep defending until overtime, because then I could just put in the Golem in front of it, and then I'd be good. And here he just does the princess and the zap, so he just instantly takes down the minion horde, and then the Golem survives, and he ignores the Golem, so it gets to the tower and does about 500 damage, I think, with the splash. How much is that?
And
yeah, he did about 500.
Why didn't you place the Musketeer behind the Golem here?
Because it didn't really have anything, like, it was not needed really. And here I knew I was in trouble again.
Yeah, there's another Expo, but you got the fireball.
Yeah, and here he just did the princess with the zap again, so the minion horde just died instantly. And I was like, oh no. And then he just put the bowler to counter the Musketeer and then Ice Spirit too. And here I just put the Golem in front, so it would tank the Expo. And just, I think I fireballed the princess here, yeah, because the princess was not gonna take down my minion horde with just zap and all, but he had to fireball it. Then he took down the. And here I supported it with archers and an Ice Spirit because you know.
And the mini Golem got a hit at least, and there's already the next Golem.
Yeah, because at this, like this, he can't hit the tower anymore.
But this is a very close battle.
Yeah, it was a pretty close one. Yeah, I think it was like the closest one. Like the one after this isn't that close.
And there's the Golemites at the tower, and
they take it out.
Take it out.
He hits it, and then he explodes and takes it out.
Yeah. Awesome!
And
awesome!
Game.
That was awesome!
Oh, Zakra is going. So I pumped up, and he just went in with the Golem right off the bat. So I just Miner and Ice for Fire Spirits, and I did about 700 damage to the tower. But I was in some trouble now because he just put a Musketeer behind it, and I didn't really know what to do at this point. So I minered the Musketeer to tank it, but it was already locked onto the. And the Musketeer takes out the Baby Dragon, so I just put Fire Spirit to minimize the damage. But the Golem got about 2,000 damage off the tower.
In my opinion, the Bowler deck is one of the strongest here in the cup.
The Bowler Expo.
Bowler Expo, you think?
Well, that's the only deck that has Bowler in it.
No, I meant the Golem deck.
Oh, the Golem. I thought you said Bowler.
Golem is one of the strongest, I think.
And here, he put this pump like in the middle, but 3 tiles before the river, so a Musketeer can reach over the river and shoot the elixir pump. So I did that, and he fireballed one of my Musketeers. So the other one got about a good bit of damage too. And the Fire Spirits took out the minion horde completely, and I zapped the last one. I just do a little bit of damage to the tower too.
Yeah, your right tower has suffered a lot there from the Golem.
Yes. And here he just puts in a Musketeer and it's just an easy counter with the Knight. And then he has to counter the Knight with the Ice Spirit too. So, and here I mirror the Miner as you see, and then the Fire Spirits take out the
Knight. The double Miner seems to be really strong.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. And then he zapped the Fire Spirits, and here he just puts the Golem like right on the bridge. So I put like 3 Musketeers right in his base, and he just logs them, but they still take the tower out. And here I know I basically won the game, so I just mirrored the Knight. So just take out the Golem as fast as possible, and then I miner the archers just to be like 100,000% sure he doesn't take the tower down.
Awesome.
Yep. Alright, I have the right one now.
So both of you have an Expo deck, but there is a small difference there. You got the guards, and he doesn't.
Yeah, he has Fire Spirits in the Skeleton Army instead of the guards and the Ice Spirit. And we both start off with a Bowler, and he starts to laugh, and I'm like, oh no. So I just put down the Expo, because I know he has the Expo too. And I put the Ice Spirit in front of my Expo, so his Expo would target my Ice Spirit and then target onto the Bowler. And I take his Expo out. And then my Expo locks onto his Bowler, so I take his Bowler out. Okay, then my Expo starts to lock on the tower, and we have like the same amount of elixir, but I have so much more damage done.
Yeah, that was very smart with that Ice Spirit there.
Yay.
And how you took out his Expo. And now you drop the princess directly on the bridge.
Just to get like 2 shots off, and then I just counter it with the guards. Because I knew he was like a little lower on elixir than me, because he had to play the Fire Spirits to counter the Expo. And then he counters he comes to guards with the Bowler. But if he would have put the Bowler in front of the tower, it would have not taken the tower down.
So yeah, the mistake here was that he dropped the Bowler beside the tower, not on front.
Yeah, and here he places like the Expo on the lane that his tower was down, and my Expo was still shooting at his Bowler. And here it's just like, here I put the Bowler in the middle of the Skeleton Army, but I knew after like a split second that was not gonna work, so I just zapped it. Because otherwise the Bowler would have died, and the princess wouldn't die either. So I just zap it, and I put my defensive Expo. Because, well, defending with the Expo is pretty good actually, because he just chips away at stuff slowly.
It's awesome for defense. I never noticed before how awesome the Expo is for defense.
Yeah, it chips away pretty fast and stuff. And I don't know why he put in defensive Expo down, but I can just put my mini P.E.K.K.A on top of that and then take it out. And because I still have an Expo defending, and my Expo took his princess out right there. And here you have 2 Expos shooting at a Bowler that actually takes it out pretty fast, even though the Bowler is pretty tanky. And he didn't even hit anything with that fireball. So I just go with the mini P.E.K.K.A, Ice Spirit, Bowler.
Yeah, that's a strong push.
I put down another Expo.
Oh, holy.
I felt like
there you knew you won. I bet you've been very happy at this moment when you knew you win.
Well, I told my mom.
That was crazy. That's awesome.
12-0
victories.
I accomplished.
Yeah, mission accomplished. That was awesome. Thanks so much for sharing those awesome battles, Sylvan. 12-0 victory in King's Cup. I hope you guys in the stream enjoyed as well. Thanks for watching the full length. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment and like it. To see more awesome videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you will not miss any future videos.